Koch Industries wants you to know that they did not have anything to do with all those tea parties today. Koch Industries, of course, is an oil and chemical company. It's in fact one of the largest privately owned companies of any kind in the United States. Nobody appears to have actually asked Koch Industries today if they were involved in the Tea Party movement, but weirdly they proactively announced on the occasion of the tax day tea parties that they are not involved with their tea parties. The folks at Talking Points Memo reported today that they got an unsolicited email last night from a Koch Industries spokesperson that read in part, quote, "Because you have covered tea parties in the past and we imagine you will cover tomorrow's tax day tea party in D.C., we want to reiterate some important facts. No funding has been provided by Koch companies, the Koch foundations, Charles Koch or David Koch specifically to support the tea parties." Just in case. Is that preemptive, unsolicited denial of any and all involvement in the Tea Party movement on the part of Koch Industries and the Koch family strike you as a little weird? Suspicious? Here's why. Here's the 1 degree of separation between Koch Industries and the Tea Parties. It is Americans for Prosperity. As you can see, David Koch of Koch Industries is the chairman of the board of the Americans for Prosperity Foundation. As it happens, David Koch founded Americans for Prosperity, and Koch Foundations gave Americans for Prosperity more than 5 million smackaroos between 2005 and 2008. So let's say, take a look around this website for this organization that was founded and funded by Koch industry guys who say they have nothing to do with the tea. Well, look at that. AFP is your Tea Party Central on tax day. That certainly looks to be true. The Americans for Prosperity homepage is chock full of pictures and articles and blog entries all about the tea parties. If you check out April 15th on the Americans for Prosperity events calendar, you'll find information on what they call AFP tea parties in 7 states. Want to see a list of tax day tea parties all over the country? Well, Americans for Prosperity is the place to go for that. If you're looking for a tea party in North Carolina, the state chapter of Americans for Prosperity directs you to another website, nctaxdayteaparty.com. Same goes for the Maryland chapter of Americans for Prosperity. Click the box that says, "Ready for a tea party?" and you're taken to marylandtaxdayteaparty.com, a tax day tea party site complete with the official Americans for Prosperity logo. And the New Hampshire chapter is clearly very proud of AFP's plan to host tax day tea parties there. Americans for Prosperity is not trying to hide its role in organizing tea parties. The Missouri chapter has already posted video of local news coverage of its tax day tea party, and the Oregon and Wisconsin chapters of Americans for Prosperity have posted tea party photo slideshows. So David Koch, founder of Americans for Prosperity, wants you to know that he's not at all funding the Tea Party movement, except for that part where he totally funds the Tea Party movement. But other than that, he just wants to get the facts clear. There was also lots of credulous media coverage today of the so-called Contract from America, which was unveiled by, who was this thing unveiled by again? Oh, the American people. God, I totally don't remember signing that. But look, that's my signature. And yours too. See, it's in cursive, so it must be official. The Contract from America is being seen as a second-generation version of Newt Gingrich's Contract with America, which was released amid the 1994 Republican takeover of Congress. See, only this one, though, is signed by the American people. But if you look above the American people's signature, there are some other names that are not in cursive. Looks like the Contract from America was brought to you not just by the American people, but by some organizations as well, like, say, Freedom Works. So when they say signed by the American people, they actually mean signed by legendary corporate lobbyist Dick Armey's corporate-funded Beltway Pressure Group that doesn't disclose its funders. Also, for example, the Heartland Institute. So when they say by the American people, they also mean by a conservative think tank that's reportedly been funded in the past by Exxon and Philip Morris and, surprise, surprise, the Charles Koch Charitable Foundation. So happy tax day tea protests, everybody. And congratulations on the Contract from America. I will admit, a lot of these events today looked like a lot of fun. I sincerely hope that a lot of people got their I hate taxes yayas out today. But please don't try to rope the rest of us into your parties. Claiming to speak for the American people is kind of a tall order any day, but when you can't even keep your corporate-funded logos off the document you're claiming speaks for the American people, You very big. Your britches comparatively very small, as they say. We'll be right back.